MinWax and welcome to my channel, and today I'm working on another 16-inch Lazy Susan. I have the back taped up like this. I have primed it on the front with Kills 123 spray paint, and I purchased this off of Fair, and it's a Lipper International Lazy Susan. I've all but gone away from the IKEA ones, and I'm still in question with them what could have been the problem with my batch from a year and a half ago. I had the level out there to show you how I have this leveled out, and which is very important, and it's less important here than it is on the drying table. And yeah, so we're going to have another Lazy Susan with a really pretty palette, I hope. I have not done this palette yet, so I'm going to be surprised, like you will be, when this unveils itself. I've got the first color here is my DecoArt Baby Blue. This is a more muted blue palette. All these paints are mixed with my pouring medium, which is Valspar 833124, and semi-gloss varnish by MinWax, 3:1 ratio. And then I mix about 3 parts of this to 1 part of the paint to get about a 2 to 3 second trace in the paint that I will use. Sorry, my camera's a little off. Okay, next color is Modern Masters. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Modern Masters. It's also called, anyway, it's called Venetian Blue. This is Venetian Blue. And now here is a TLP, and you know me, if you've been watching me. If you haven't been watching me, please subscribe. If you have been watching me, you know I don't use TLPs by themselves very much. So I'm going to take a chance on this one. This is TLP Zeus, and you get the TLPs from the Fluidart company. This is my gold combination, 24 karat gold by Glidden, by 24 karat gold by DecoArt, and iridescent gold by Glidden. And last color is another Glidden. It's Payne's Gray by Glidden and Amsterdam combined together. So that's this. So we're gonna see. There's a goober in there. We're gonna see how this turns out. So let's get started. I've got my Berta, 1,000-watt hair dryer. I got it off Amazon a few years ago. I don't know what they offer now. I have a link to what I think is the suitable substitute for this. Got my American Floetrol Cell Activator over here, titanium white, oxide black from Amsterdam, and I've got my pillow paint that I will lay down first. So let's get started. I'll lay down my pillow paint. We'll stretch it out a little bit. All right, everyone, I'm going on 3.5 times the speed here as I lay down the pillow. You can see what I'm doing. So one of the things I did discuss here was because I had a goober in there, I talked about having good lighting. I have 3 lights on, one to the left, one to the right of me, and one in front of me. Good lighting helps you see when you have something in the paint. I just want to direct your attention to the fact that I don't ever have the pillow paint going over the edge until I get ready to spin it out for the final creation. First color is the baby blue. Put something in there. I'm going to have to get it out in a second. A little more. Just basic DecoArt. Next color is the Venetian Blue. I'm almost 3 weeks post-surgery at this point. Tomorrow will be my 3-week anniversary of my hip replacement. Yeah. I'm getting along pretty good. Funny, I'm finding my knee is starting to be a little weird because my leg is pointed a little differently than it was because my leg was messed up for a while. So I'm hoping that'll rectify itself over time. I'm going to put a little more of this down. This is a metallic. Now the Zeus. I have no idea how this is going to play. I'm really taking a chance, and normally I do a test color palette before I get going. But you know what? I really want to just make something. I don't want to keep testing things. All right, next, gold combination. I want to point out here, especially for those that are newer, how little paint I put down before I get ready to blow this out, and how little cell activator I've dropped down. Fluidart is definitely a situation where more is not always better, and you don't need more, especially on a bloom blowout. So while I'm doing this, I just want to point you to my description, where I have links to some of the products I use, like these lazysusans and other things, and then also links to some of my more educational type tutorials, like video 141, where I show you how I make my cell activator recipe, American. There's the goober. My video 140, where I show you how I make my pouring medium, although it's made with a different paint than I do now, but the concept is the same. Yeah, check out my playlists and my links that I have in the description. You'll find definitely some things that are worth looking at, some inspiration hopefully. All right, I got a lot of paint down. It's gonna be a lot of coverage on this. All right, I'm gonna put down my cell activator. I'm gonna blow it out with my mouth, and then I'm gonna blow it out with a hairdryer on high and cool. I'm gonna get everything out of the way on this side. And I'm gonna have a step stool I will step up on as I blow out the composition. So here we go. White. Always stir your cell activator. My heart is pitter-patter. Oh my gosh. I don't normally get stage fright anymore. I'm linking above my video 141, which is my cell activator recipe if you want to check it out. And now the black. You see it start to halo. That means it's probably going to work fine. Black. Get my lungs going. So I always talk through the blowout, and I'm blowing straight down into the cell activator to get it to open up in as much of a circle as possible. Have a little divot in the middle and a little ridge where the cell activator meets up with the paint. And now I'm going to go for my hairdryer. I'm going to turn it on high and cool. And I'm going to aim my hairdryer right where that cell activator meets the paint. And I'm going to blow it out in all directions until I have it fully blown out on the lazysusan. Now note that I'm not blowing it all the way to the edge of the pillow paint, because I'm going to let the spinning take care of stretching this out over the top of this lazysusan. And I'm trying to waggle the hairdryer just a little bit as I'm blowing it out to try to get that bloom to be as much of a nice rounded shape as possible. I'm going to stop right there. Where is the Zeus? My dog just walked into the art room. Hey, Hazel. 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 This is a little weird. I don't know, we'll see how this goes. And especially for the newer people, don't judge your creation right away, especially if you have some spinning to do, because you need to let things develop. I'm hoping that Zeus is gonna, oh, when you look at the angle, this Zeus is gorgeous. Probably should have put more down, I think. Okay, so now I'm gonna stretch out my pillow, get it to the edge. I'm gonna go on fast forward through this. This is all I'm doing. I'm getting it to the edge. So the paint knows where it's supposed to go. If you're interested in a full tutorial on lazysusans, I have an older one. It's video 312. I take you through all the steps. Although in that video I was using a chisel to remove the tape at the bottom at the end of resin and slicing my finger pretty good. Since then I've learned to use an X-Acto blade, which is much better, cleaner and safer. And I might even do another private tutorial because I have learned a lot, a thing or two, since I put that video out 2.5 years ago. If you're interested in that, let me know. Because over the last few years, I have learned a thing or two and have a couple little tricks up my sleeve I could share. So here we are. Here we are. I'm hoping that Zeus comes shining through like a knight in shining armor. So I'm going to start this spin off, and I'm going to start off very slow and deliberate. Move my scrap over here. And I need my junk paint right there. So let's just give it a whirl. Make sure I'm centered. I want it to spread out in all directions as much as possible, all at the same time. The spinner that I'm using is from Winterstrom Art. She left it for me after the Fluidart experience here in Asheville back in 2 years ago, in May of 24. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago. She sells these. Erica Hughes sells them. I like this spinner for doing these lazysusans because it's flat and bigger than the lazysusan. Right now I'm just making sure I'm at the edge with all the paint. And I think I've got everything covered. Another spin. As I continue to go through the video, I'm going to cut out some of the spinning because it's just stretching the paint at this point. I want to check the middle to make sure I have enough paint off, or to see how much paint I have off. Can you see that? Let's put it against white. I'm pretty good there. Let's just give it another spin. Then I'm going to play a little with the palette knife. Very pretty. I'm going to take some of this, I'm going to scoop and drag it. Scoop under. So I'm going to take the palette knife, I'm going to scoop under the paint and then pick it up and then drag it along. Right off the edge. Normally we want to do this. Well, there's no normal. You know what? There's no normal. I take it back. I was going to say, you typically want to do your scoop and drag before you've spun it and lost a lot of your pillow paint. I still find it works fine. So this over here is unbelievable. I am not spinning this anymore. Oh my gosh. This is gorgeous. Oh, very sweet. And we'll pull a little bit of this guy over too. I think we're done. Let's do one more test of the depth. That was easy peasy. This is spectacular. Absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. This is beautiful. All this, oh my gosh. All these cells. At first, I was not sure about this, but I'm telling you, oh, this is gorgeous. I wish I had a little more Zeus represented. The Venetian blue. At first, I was a little dubious because it's got that spray painty look, as a metallic often will, or like these TLPs, but it looks really cool. All right, I'm going to call this done. I'll get you down for a wet result, and then we will resin this guy. Yes. All right, I'll be back. I'm doing a quick overview with the wet results on this because this section I've got to show you guys. Yeah, I normally don't do an up-close wet version, but this was too good to not show. And I like to show the wet version because I want you to see that after 10 days drying flat, the resin result looks just like the wet result. It is amazing. This is really pretty. Really pretty. So that's pretty much a wrap, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you're new here, please join me. Just subscribe, hit that bell and all. You'll get all my latest art tutorials. If you like this, you're going to like everything else that I have to show you. And everybody, if you can check out my playlists, leave a comment, a thumbs up, and a hype, that would be awesome. And remember to check out my description, and in it I do have a 10% discount code for KS Resin, which is what I use to resin all of my functional art. You get 10% off, and KS Resin gives me 5% toward my future resin purchases, so it's a win-win for everyone. And I don't often say this, but if you do want me to create something for you on commission, just reach out to me. My email is in the description. I can create anything, any color combination. Just let me know what you're looking for. And if you want a private one-on-one tutorial, come on over. I live in Asheville, North Carolina. It's a beautiful place to visit and a great place to paint. So with that, I think that's all I have for now, everybody. Take care. Till next time.